to say that it's about me, it's to do with me, it's not to do with you. I think that's an insult. I mean, I just think that a man deserves to know.
Saying that it's not you, it's me, and then leaving it is not the way to go about it.
Well, that's
I do agree with Johnny. Johnny said, I think honesty is the best policy. And like when they say, oh, it's all about me, you have nothing to do with it. Well, that's wrong. We're in a relationship.
I mean, they're not going to look at you and call you a loser. But they don't have to make excuses because,
Exactly.
how are you going to know? And this is the thing that really pisses me off, Nico. This is what really pisses me off, Daniel. Listen to this, right? They go to their friends and they let their friends know.
They won't tell you.
Yeah, I'm not really into this guy, this and that. They won't come to you, and then they go around talking behind your back. They all do. And it makes things. Just tell the person, man. If you're not into them, just tell them. Why embarrass them? If women want to be like that and they want to go behind people's backs,
so man,
they're just not quality girls. Who would want sloppy seconds or sloppy thirds? I mean, I know a individual who is. She's gone after every guy, and I don't particularly want her. She's gone for one guy that I've known. She's gone for another guy that I've known. She's had relationships with them, and I wouldn't even go there. I couldn't be with her, man. Like sloppy seconds, sloppy thirds. So I don't know how guys. I think for a lot of guys, it's just any hole's a goal. I just think they care. They just want to stick it in. But me personally, unless I got chemistry with a girl, and I wouldn't go for her. Even if the guy came to me, the ex came to me, said perfectly fine, I wouldn't go for her. But look, you can't deny chemistry, and I think that.
With saying that, well, what if you really liked her? Would you still go with her?
If I liked her, and there was a lot of chemistry, yeah, and I would get my mate's permission. And if he said no, then. It's tough.
You'd be like, right, friendship deleted.
We've tried to work it out, the three of us together. But yeah, I'm a firm believer in that you should always ask, and you should only do it if you have to do it, not because you can.
Yeah, exactly. But I think if they say no, you should just leave it. Because if you keep pestering the person, mate, why did you say no? Why didn't you let him do it? And I reckon it's going to push him further away. Yeah. So I think it's going to make him say no.
And I reckon over time, Nico, they'll come back to you and they'll say, you know what, it's fine, go for it.
Yeah, exactly. Nice guys finish last. Why is that? I mean, I don't know why the nice guy.
Honestly, Nico, I'd be surprised if nice guys finish at all. Women, I mean, look. I've experienced a lot of this, and and maybe I haven't had much luck. Maybe I'm unlucky. Hell, maybe I'm cursed. But from what I've seen, girls prefer the bad boys. Like I said, I prefer any type. Yes, bad girls will be better for me, like in the bedroom sense, punk rock sense. But it's not a necessity. If I don't have a bad girl, I'm not going to say I'll see you later.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, is it girls are shallow, or is it just me being happy with whatever I can get? Do girls really just want one type? I mean, look, girls, we know they flash their tits, and they flash.
And we love them for that.
They flash downstairs, and they can get pretty much anything they want with a click of a finger.
And we try that; it doesn't work. I don't know why.
Us guys, it's different. But is it just me, or are they just very judgmental and they just go for one bloody type?
Not all of them. I reckon some of them might be. Some of them might think, oh, no good, so I may as well just do whatever. Some people just go for that type. Some people like the nice guys. Some people just like whatever.
If there was a girl that wasn't necessarily, the type that I'd go for, I'd still go for her because life is short, and
you never know where it can take you.
You don't know. You know what I mean? Like, you don't get the chance. You don't know. I mean, so many people are fine. I think that's the thing, because they're so great looking. They rely on their looks. They can get any guy. Honestly, Danny, most women that I know are fucking miserable. And they're drop dead fucking gorgeous, and they're fucking miserable. And then you see all the nice women, blonde, just as stunning, brunettes, stunning as ever. And they get nice guys, they get married, they have a family, and they're perfectly happy.
Every woman's different, and every relationship's different.
The smart women that want to go for the edgy type, if they play their cards right and they don't pick and choose way too ridiculously, they're going to have a great future. The women that just love to pass up every guy, like they pass up, every other DVD in a section at JB Hi-Fi, they're the ones that are going to have issues and problems with everyone. They're not going to get nowhere. They're the ones that are going to be loners.
Can I trust them?
You'll always have that 2% doubt. It's you can never fully trust her again. Dare I say, maybe the percentage will be a lot worse. I mean, 2% is pretty good in my books. I mean, I've said in the past, it doesn't matter who it is, I'll always have that 2% where I wonder, you know, what's going on, because, you know, like, there's been people that I've known for 15 years that were married, and they had no clue that, you know, their partner was doing the runaround for the last 10 or so years, and they just found out by having that 2% of, you know, just being curious. I'll always have that 2%. But yeah, once someone is cheated in whatever way, shape or form, there's always going to be a lack of trust, and that's definitely going to be the issue. If a woman really loves their man, or if a man loves a woman, they're not going to cheat in the first place. I believe sometimes, you know, people can make mistakes, you know, because we are human. I reckon, you know, 9 times out of 10, it's not a good idea to take the person back, but, you know, 1 in every 10, they have cheated, they got them back together, and they've lived, you know, happily ever after, had kids, had a family, never had another issue again.
Well, that is a good point. I think some people, if they're asked to sign prenuptial agreement papers, will be deeply offended, and I dare say some marriages have actually been cancelled because of it.
I mean, it's really tough. I mean, when you get those papers and it says prenuptial agreement, you've got all those terms. A lot of times, men do it for women, but in a lot of other cases, women can be the rich people, you know, in the relationship, and they might want to do a prenup for the man to sign. For some reason, and I don't know why this is, Danny, but it tends to be the men doing it for the women. Look, me personally, I would have a prenuptial agreement drawn up because, as you know, I'm independently wealthy. I live in $1 million house, and I'm an entrepreneur. I do a lot of stuff, and I don't want some woman coming along and taking me for everything I'm worth. If I met a girl and she was absolutely amazing, and then, you know, 5 years down the track, 6 or 7, 10 years down the track, she turns into a person that I've never ever met before, it's going to be a fucking problem. You can go to a Grand Prix, you know, circuit. They can soap up the entire fucking course, and you can rip burnouts and do donuts and do 360s all you want. You can do that. You can put on the helmet, get in a really done up car, and you can pay to actually do that. Why would you do it on the streets? You see Princess Highway, there's always people going up and down, and you know, that's the least of our worries, because Princess Highway is in fact a highway. You got people in back streets doing it, 50 zones, Danny. What is the huge appeal about going to Thailand? I mean, seriously, Danny, why the hell would people go to Thailand? It's fucked there, bro. Like, you get caught with marijuana, 20 years in prison. You get caught stealing a newspaper, just picking it up because you think it's one of those free ones that you can take with you and read, they chop your arm off. You get caught spitting chewing gum in the bin, but it misses the bin and it goes on the ground, on the asphalt. They're going to imprison you for fucking 2 years. You can't do nothing there, man. It's fucked. It's stupid. My mate's going to go there, bro. He's going to go there, you know, this year. He's going to go there with his girlfriend, and his girlfriend's going to get a boob job, a nice boob job. You know, it's going to be very cheap. She's going to save thousands. But I told my mate, I go, mate, make sure you get 1 million fucking padlocks and put them on every single fucking zip on that bag. Because if it goes through customs over there, and even the custom people themselves, you still can't do anything. It's still a risk because the actual custom people, they can actually, because they got to check your bag, they can actually put something in there and zip it back up and lock it. So even if you put 1 million padlocks on your bags, it's a risk going to Thailand. For the fucking life of me, Danny, I have no fucking idea why they would go to Thailand. What's so appealing about fucking Thailand? You see some gum trees, some elephant going, you know, and you take a photo, you're up there, and you're steering the elephant. You know, what the fuck is the big deal about Thailand? If I want to see Thailand, I'll go on YouTube and I'll type in Thailand, you know, and I'll see all the great escapes of Thailand. I mean, in Thailand, you could be walking, you know, with your thongs, you know, down the beach, and all of a sudden, some guy comes behind you with a knife, okay, and he's going to rob you for 20. He'll kill you for $20. He'll try and slit your throat for 20 fucking Oz dollars. What's the point of going to Thailand? This is what I don't understand. People always go to Thailand. I'm going to go to Thailand. I'm going to go to Thailand. Yeah, it's man. Everyone does it. Everyone fucking does it, and I don't see the appeal in it. I could go to Thailand if I want. To go to Thailand, it costs fucking $300. Ticket costs $300. I can go to Thailand if I want. I can spend all the money in the world. I can bring stuff back here and sell it for triple the price. I can do all sorts of shit. But why the fuck would I want to risk my life and go to Thailand and fucking go to some beach and lay down, and then someone drops a patch of grass next to me, and I get caught with that weed, and then I'm fucked. I gotta go to jail. I gotta go to the Indonesian courts. It's fucked. I've known people. I see I'm paranoid, but the paranoid survive, man. I've heard people say to me that they've fucking been there and they've been so fucking close. They've been caught, by the customs. They've been locked up. There was one time, there was a mate of mine. He went to Thailand. He went for a wedding there, and he fucking was waiting, for his plane. And he was waiting for his plane, and then fucking he had one of his briefcases beside him. Okay. And then on the other side, there was another briefcase. It wasn't his briefcase. He only had one briefcase. There was another fucking briefcase. He doesn't know who left it there. No one took ownership of it, but it was right next to him. And he just walked up and he left, man, because someone asked him, "Is that your briefcase?" He said, "No, it's not my briefcase." Because if he had said, "Oh yeah, it's here with me," or this and that, or if he actually picked it up and walked around with it and said, this isn't my briefcase, I found it," they would fuck him in the ass, Daniel. They would fuck him in the ass. He would go to jail. I don't know why people go to Thailand. They always go to Thailand. Every single time, all I hear is Thailand, Thailand. Have you been to Thailand? Have you been to Thailand? Fuck Thailand. What is so good about Thailand? I want people to comment below and explain to me what's so good about Thailand. Okay, you're gonna get some stuff for free. Okay, you're gonna get some stuff very cheaply. Okay, you fucking. I just don't understand. I don't understand. Okay, it's fucked. Why would anyone go to Thailand and risk being put in jail? Thailand is fucked. They've got no psychology over there. Their law system is retarded. Okay. They just want to lock Australians up just to send a message to Australia. We're not on good terms. Why the fuck would you go to Thailand? Everyone goes to fucking Thailand for a holiday. Fuck me dead, mate. You want dental? Go to Thailand. You want a boob job? Go to Thailand. You want tattoos? Go to Thailand. Would you like hepatitis with that? Or maybe AIDS? Which one? Thailand, fucking Thailand. Jesus fucking Christ, Danny. They always go to Thailand. All they care about is Thailand. If I wanted to go for a holiday, Danny, you know what I'd go? I would go to Japan. See the beautiful city there in Tokyo, man. See the neon lights. Experience one of the best train services in the world that goes 24 fucking hours. If I wanted to go for a holiday, I'll go back to Greece. See Athens, mate. Fucking see all the amazing places in Greece. If I want to go for a holiday, I'd go to the UK, because in UK I can see how lovely it is over there, man. All the sights and the different culture of people, and and this and that. If I want to go for a holiday, I would go fucking anywhere else, man. All of Europe, man. All of fucking Europe. I would go all across America, okay? I will do all sorts of fucking traveling. Why in the fuck of fuckness would I fucking Mongolian fried fuck go to fucking Thailand? For what fucking reason would I go to Thailand? I don't give a fuck, okay? Why go to Thailand? Why the fuck go to Thailand? I don't understand it, man. I don't understand it. Why would anyone in the right fucking mind go to fucking Thailand?
Look, they're both very bad for you. I would say smoking cigarettes is worse, but it is a complex question, because you got to factor in how often is the person eating junk food. Is it every day? How big are the quantities of food?
I mean, I would have to say the same thing. I will say that smoking is far worse. A lot of people are going to say, wait a minute, because look, I've got a few mates that smoke, and one of my best mates smokes, and he likes to, jab me a bit, in the ribs and say, well, everyone knows I've got a bit of an eating problem, like I tend to binge eat, like we all get a little bit sad and depressed, and we love to eat our sorrows and drown our sorrows with soft drinks and whatnot. And, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs, but all that sugar, the soft drinks, and all that stuff that I eat, Danny. But the way I see it, yes, I eat a lot of that stuff. A lot of times I go through the drive-thru at Hungry Jack's. I'm guilty of a lot of that, type of lifestyle. However, he reckons that he's gonna live longer than me. I'm gonna die before him because my cholesterol will be through the roof. But the way I see it, man, you can repair cholesterol. You can make it go down tremendously. You can lose a lot of fat. But how are you gonna repair your lungs?
Well, that is a good point. Everyone can have a different opinion. I don't think it's cheating. If you're just having a look,
I agree.
It's not cheating in my mind.
I agree. There's a lot of people, mainly women. Guys might have a problem with it as well. If they're girls went to like a male strippers, but I don't think it's quite common. But you know, a lot of women do have a problem with guys going to the strip clubs, and I don't think they should worry a hell of a lot, because you go to a strip club, you know, the likelihood of picking up a stripper is next to none. Okay, so they're professional, they got a job to do, they only care about money, they'll say hi to you, they'll get to know you, but it's business. It's just, you go there, have a great time. They don't let you touch, you know, a lot of times we can. I don't recommend touching or doing anything else very sensual if you have a partner, but going there, having a drink with the boys, chit-chatting, having a couple girls come up to you, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Lap dances when you're taken, okay, I draw the line there. But if you're just going to a strip club, you see a couple chicks, they might even sit on your lap, you know, and you're out there with the boys, I don't see anything wrong with that, but that's just me.
So if you had a partner, would you get a lap dance?
Honestly, man, if I had a partner, no, I would not. I would not go for a lap dance, but I would still go to the strippers. I would still interact with the women there. I don't see anything wrong with it, Danny. Look, if some people ask me, if your girl went to a male stripper night with a bunch of her girlfriends, would you get upset? Fuck no, I wouldn't care. I would not care. In fact, I'd joke around. I'd ask, hey, was he bigger than me? You know, I'm funny like that, man. I don't know. Look,
I agree.
Call me weird, but
I think on a guy's night out, you can go have a few drinks, have a talk. You're just looking, but you know, you've got no intent on doing anything. You're not touching, no lap dances. I agree. The only one possible problem could be if she doesn't know you're there. As long as your partner knows you're there,
exactly.
You're not going behind her back.
Exactly, mate. I always say that. Look, a lot of people deem cheating in all sorts of different ways. I don't see anything as cheating, okay, if the partner is cool with it, if the partner knows. If you're going behind her back, even if you're going to these places, strip clubs, and she doesn't know you're there, and you tell her, I'm just at the pub with the mates having a late one, we're kicking it, you know, till all hours of the night, and you know, you're completely somewhere else, that is wrong. As far as I'm concerned, that is some sort of cheating, because you are fucking lying to your girl, you know what you're doing is wrong, you know, the way that you're doing it. Look, cheating per se, I don't know, but that's definitely wrong, and there should be a serious problem with that at home.
Oh, there is.
I never lie to girls, man. You know me, Danny. You've known me all my life. We grew up together, and I am a fucking man's man. I respect women. I love women. I'm honest. If I had a girl, I'll tell her, look, there might be a stage every now and then. It wouldn't be often. But there'd be stages where I'd go to the strippers. I'd end up there on the way back from somewhere else, you know, with mates. We'd you know, cruise there, you know, we'd stop off, we'd get inside. I would let her know where we've gone, okay? And if naked chicks just came up and sat next to us or sat on our laps, I'd tell her. I'd be foolish to go for a lap dance. Look, if a mate shouted me a lap dance or go in, which is very rare, who the fuck's going to shout a lap dance? But it does happen. Now, if I went in there, you know, she didn't really get naked. I told her my situation, but we chat. She does, she comes up close to me. She gets nice and warm with me. I just don't consider it cheating. I mean, if you're going to a brothel, you don't go to a brothel, which is the common place to go to cheat. I don't see strip club as cheating in any way, shape, or form. Yeah.
I agree. And at the end of the day, if you have to lie to your partner about your whereabouts, then your relationship isn't as solid as you may think it is.
That's right. If you can't be honest with your partner and say, look, hun, I'm going to a strip club tonight because the boys want me to tag along. You know, it could be true. Maybe the boys do. Even if you really want to just go, you can say, look, I'm going with the boys. They want me there. That's not a lie. You know, it's okay if you just, you know, tell them in a don't be insensitive. You know, break it to them, you know, like, yeah, I'm going with the boys. Don't just say, yeah, I feel like seeing some naked women tonight. I'm not going to go in, but I really do want to see some naked women, babe. It's just, you know, seeing the same tits all the time. Nah, you can't be a fucking moron. You can't be an insensitive prick. You can't be a dickhead. But your wife, or whether it be your fiance or your girlfriend, you know, your partner, she will understand if you just want to go and let loose with a couple of boys at a strip joint.
I've met, at least a couple of people that are seriously fucking, like, you know, demented. You know, they they're so obnoxious, so arrogant, and so utterly ignorant that just when you look at them and you see their facial expressions, you see how they act, you see what happens to their face when you tell them something and they don't like to be told anything. Like, you can't say anything to them. Their eyebrows go up and they look at you like, oh my god, there's going to be a retort in a minute. Oh, you're gonna tell me something? Excuse me, I've studied. I've actually gone and I've studied and I got this piece of paper, and this means you can't say nothing to me. Your opinion means absolute crock shit because I've got this piece of paper and I can tell you, okay, how it is, but you can't tell me anything. You don't have no credentials, you know. Who are you? Who are you? Did you even graduate? Did you graduate from VCE? Did you graduate from VCE? You know, or HSC? Or did you, or how about, did you actually go to uni? Did you actually get a degree or a master's or a PhD or a yabbity yabbity or a fling dang bellaboo or a yabbity yabbity fling dang yabbity boo doctoral or a fucking yabbity yabbity fling dang bellaboo and a yumbling chabela game? Did you get any of that? No. So that's why you can't tell me anything, because I'm going to tell you, because I know, okay, I know. No, look, it's okay, that's fine. I'll forgive you this time. But in future, just know that your opinions mean absolute jack shit and mine mean everything in the world. Okay, so as long as you know that, that's fine.